I gave a little bit of a history lesson, and I think a lot of people may have thought that maybe perhaps I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist because I came to the conclusion that this is all about unrolling the Civil Rights Act. And it's no longer a conspiracy because last week, Governor Ron DeSantis, aka Tropical Hitler, he held a diversity, equity, inclusion roundtable. And that was hosted by a race of people for whom at one time in this country it was illegal to be taught to read. White people who taught Black people how to read were taking the risk of being punished. I think the same sensibilities that informed these people to make it a criminal act for Black people to read are the ancestors of the same people who are making it a criminal act for their own children to read, and I don't see a great deal of difference between that. They're important. The novel describes a scene of intense racism where white men force a Black man to sexually abuse a Black woman. This is important for the novel because it shows how the severe anti-Black racism of some dehumanizes African Americans and in this instant leaves both people scarred for nothing other than the pleasure of racist. The South's history is full of such moments and they need to be known and understood.
But the even more dangerous thing, Stacey and Michael, is that, people who try to get a nomination in parties, do it by trying to appeal to what they think will work. Well, look what Rick DeSantis has done in Florida. Look what Rick DeSantis has done in Florida. Rick DeSantis, he was known as sort of a nondescript political leader, member of Congress. Suddenly, he really has tried to turn himself into sort of a local Mussolini in Florida with the book banning and the brutal tactics. And even this week, this suggestion that bloggers have to register with the state for the honor of writing about the governor and other political leaders. We have to call this what this is. This is fascism and authoritarianism that goes even beyond what Trump has talked about. That's what he thinks is going to work in that party. And in a way, that's the scariest thing of all.
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.